So it seems that my graphics card had a full-on seizure. I have no idea what caused this. Like for your daughter, dance with your partner, on the floor you try to shake. Wasn't it the truth I tell? Lots of fun at Finnegan's Wake. So it's parts day here in Mount Empire Dirt. Some new and some old. Now for the astute-minded of you, you might notice this here be a bell housing. Just scoot this over so you can see better. And not just any bell housing. A 4-liter Jeep to AX15 bell housing. Now, upside is this bolt pattern fits right onto the back of a small block Chrysler. Yeah, fuck yeah, bud. Now for the reason why I have new in box. So, it seems life has this strange kink where it'll chop off an arm and then proceed to use said arm to jerk me off. These parts are head gaskets and a thermostat housing. Now, you're probably wondering, why the hell did I buy another set of head gaskets? Because these are for a different motor bod. You see, the old battle van and the 3.3 and the Voyager seems to have the same cursed issue that the old venerable Slant 6 does. So tough it'll run with water on the crank, quote unquote. But like the venerable Slant 6, it doesn't like high RPM, bud. Or at the very least, it doesn't like when a stupid thermostat housing has a hole in it and vents 90% of your coolant, causing the rest of the coolant to steamify and help melt your head gaskets, thus worsening the condition because then you have coolant leaking into the cylinders and exhaust gases leaking into the coolant, which is no es bueno. No es bueno at all. So, yeah, that's going to be super skookum fun. Downside is, I don't have a car lift. Upside is, I don't think I'm going to need it. So, we got our new thermostat housing, and we got head gasket A and head gasket B, front and rear, which is awesome. And this, this here, bud. Ooh, greasy. I mean, just. Road crime fresh. Yeah, this thing is super greasy. I mean, just look at this. Greasy. It is so skookum. I mean, is it weird that I am actually enjoying this smell of road grime on this bell housing? Well, weird fetishes aside, let's see, so we're going to be doing it like that. Yep, that looks right. Looks like, though, I'm going to have to pop some holes in this thing. Or enlarge the holes somehow. But shouldn't be too terribly difficult, he says unknowingly. But yeah. So I needed those head gaskets, but I needed to replace them like I need to replace my dick. I didn't until it broke. So here we are. Catch you in the next one. Alright. Before this gets too deep along in the plot, I would like to make a note of a disclaimer that I have no idea what in the fuck I am doing. I was recently gifted some foodstuffs, and I figured with it I'd make a dish. So what we got here is about a cup's worth of par excellence paella yellow rice. Not sponsored, though I wouldn't mind being. What we also got is this. Now, I'm not that big of a fan of roast beef, but I'll give it a try because fuck it. And because we're going a bit Cuban, one big asshole onion diced to perfection. And because that was thunder. And because of the recipe, it calls for a tablespoon butter, so last of the stick of butter. And that. So because I'm going to embrace my inner Cuban wannabe, I guess. Not a refugee, swear I'm not. Born in this country, Jackson Memorial. Alright, 2 1/4 cups water. Which is, single cup is 8 ounces. And we're going to bring to a boil, but while we're doing that, it's close enough. I'm going to be bringing out some of this. Now, if you're wondering why this honey looks so weird, it's because it's not honey anymore. At one point, I thought it was a good idea to stick water in the last little bits of this honey, and it fermented on itself. So I've been calling this honey beer, or more accurately, a really shitty mead. M-E-A-D. So while that's going on, I'm going to wash this and proceed to dice up that onion and the meat. And I'm just going to kind of throw it together and let it cook. And hopefully something good comes out of it. So I kind of wish I had some carrots to throw in there, because carrots are good. Carrots are great for your eyes. Also, I'd like to note, I have never in my life done one of these videos. So, yeah. I've never done the cooking show kind of video. So, bear with me as I kind of bumble through this. Trick I learned, by the way, when taking care of your onions. If you've had one that's sitting for a while and you want to get rid of the old nasty skin, stick it under hot water. That'll usually help lift the old skin, the really thin stuff that you really don't want when you're mincing and dicing. It also keeps the tears down, because wet onions seem to, for whatever reason, produce less gas that makes you cry. Now I'm working with white onions here. You really can't see it because I only have the one camera. But once you've gone from brown to green, and yes, I know my knuckles are filthy. That's because I was working on a car earlier today. Yes, I did wash my hands, you safety nuts. It's just some parts of grease just don't want to come off. Now we are proceeding to dice. Is this in the shot? Oh, it's in the shot now. It's not slicing good. Where is this? Ooh. Oh, much better. Now you're probably wondering why I'm slicing in rings. I found that it's easier to do it this way for the kind of slice that I like personally. It's when it gets down to levels this thin that it becomes just a teeny bit annoying. In that case, we start dicing like so. Now I know this is not Top Chef level, and all the while I've got the stove set to 5 on the heat to bring the water up to boil very slowly. That'll give me time to slice and dice my way through this onion. Now, if you're living outside the U.S. and are wondering where the hell do you get your hands on some of these ingredients like the par excellence, I have no idea. Maybe try Aldi's, because so far the most accurate dish that, for yellow rice anyways, as far as getting the best taste of Miami that I've known growing up, the way you get that taste is with par excellence. That's the seasoning. That's the rice. That's the color. That's the texture. That's the smell that Cubans use for their yellow rice anyways. I can't speak to families who make their own and stuff like that. That's probably a whole involved process all in and of itself. Now, as the water boils down, getting towards the end of the cooking process, this is going to start caramelizing the onions. And as we all know, fried onions are amazing. If you've never had fried onions, please stop what you're doing, stop this video, go get yourself an onion, drop a little bit of butter in a pan, set it about 5 on the heat, and wait till the edges start getting about golden brown. Trust me, you'll thank me. Getting back to this, I found that green onions are a little nicer taste-wise, but you need a lot more of, and they're not necessarily as cheap where I'm at anyway. You can never have enough onion. And onion by itself actually adds a nice flavor to a stew. So, seeing as that's something I'm always doing, I figure this is a good experimentation and a reminder as to if this should fail miserably. Get them all nice chunky like so, because I like mine a little bit on the thin side. And yeah, this is probably way too much and they'll probably overpower the soup. But I mean, who gives a fuck? It's for me and me alone. Though, if I were really going for that taste, I'd probably fry this whole bunch of diced chopped bits up in a separate pan by itself. God, we're already at the 10-minute mark. Lots of time to skip here. It's funny we use wood for cutting board, because that's actually some of the worst stuff you can do for a blade. Because there's probably never enough water in these. I'm going to add a whole nother cup and a half. And fuck it, some more rice, because why not? It's either going to go really, really good or really horribly wrong. Piece of crap. Alright. Now for the meat. How the hell do I open? Fuck it. I mean, it's beef. Yeah, it's starting to smell Cuban in here. Sorry about that. The camera, you know, it sometimes dies, cabrón. But I've decided to skim off a good majority of the onions, and as you can see, they're getting really cheesy color. This is good. Good. See the end. We've been, and because the water's draining away, now you can get at the cheeky breaky goodness. Though there's still pretty heavy chunks of onion in here, they're still pretty bright. Let's bring you over here. Well, when your rice, when your palomilla gets close like this, you know it's almost done, and it's almost time for delicious calories. The key here is to, once you get it boiling, to turn it down to lower heat so that you don't burn the bottom, because as someone who has cleaned this a couple times almost, believe you me, no. So it's important that you use your spatula to scrape the bottom. I recommend wood, as it keeps things a little sanitary and less screeching. Just a little bit more. Also, yes, I know my stove is dirty. Leave me alone. Yes. When it reaches the cheeky biggy goodness, serve with picnic. Picnic. Or if you're thinking more plantains, alrighty then. If you're thinking more plantains, I recommend into the line. Maracuitas. And if you live in the outside the U.S., well, shit, you're out of luck. Made in Miami. Mwah. So, with Wapina for the hard-working Cuban transplant. Sorry, I meant communist. And that's it. That's my incarnation of a Cuban meal. What do you want from me? But as always, stay cheeky friends, and I shall see you in the next video. Alright. Well, I don't know. The cat's just kind of sitting there on the cardboard inserts by the trash can, just happier than a pig in shit. Ain't that right, Pipsqueak? The cat is sitting on the cardboard inserts that the toilet came in next to the trash can and looks happier than a pig in shit. Ain't that right, Fleabag? What? What is it, cat? Axel. You comfy up there? Actually, Axel. Axel Grease, actually. What? What is a cat? You comfortable just sitting up there, taking up valuable space on my desk, where I rest my arm? Hey, furry asshole, I'm talking to you. Just casually ignores me. Oh, you gotta make a run for it now. What, you walk down? I put her back down on my lap. She sits her ass down. Okay then. No one's gonna believe me. No one will believe me unless I have pics and or a video. That I have a cat that is sniffing my camera lens. Is sitting like this on a chair. I figured I'd just show off my carburetor a little bit. A quick little video to load. Yes, I know snot welds are pretty nasty, but they hold air as far as I'm aware. Pretty gross. You get what I mean by the cheese wedge. Now, I have no idea the volume that this, I guess it's a plenum? Fuck if I know the technical term. Adds. All I know is that it fits. Or should. Keyword, should. But it's being held down with these guys, which, if I'm not mistaken, are metric. This is a Holley 4-barrel 4160 carb, rated at 600 CFM. And of course, focus, you fuck. Well, that, if someone could mention to what the fuck is supposed to go there, would be great. I'm assuming a vacuum line of some nature. This, I'm assuming, is the hose that comes off the breather from the valve covers. That's what that connects to, I'm assuming. That is 8105B. That's the throttle body number, so whatever you want to make of that. And I'm not going to read through that list of absurdities up here. That's just all like copyright and information and shit. That I know is my fuel delivery. Question though, why that? Why that? I wonder. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next. Yeah, this nigga out here tripping his ass. Fucking taking video. And to think I did all of fucking this. And to think I did all fucking this to block that door, that little red stripe there, because of a little bit of rain. Yeah, it's breezy out there, it's blowing kind of sideways. So, fucking what? You can't be fucking serious with me right now. Nigga, stop playing. Cause, nah, fam. This? I was told there was gonna be a fucking hurricane. Admittedly, it's Saturday, and where I'm at, it's still yet to roll in. But I mean, come the fuck on, bruh.
Come back in, okay? Now, the next thing you know, it's going to turn, the wind's going to turn the other direction. All that water's going to come in. You're going to put yourself in a really dangerous position. I know it's like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
120, 936, moving at 12, it's picked up speed.
I wouldn't recommend it, not by any stretch of the imagination. If you look around, got a lot of trees around, okay?
Tree. Lost strength again. Just had our first little brownout because of Irma. Because of, well, this crap. It's really not all that bad. It's more windy than anything else. And to think, I did all that. You can't really tell if the trash can is tied down so the lid doesn't flop around. The trailer's pinned to the mower, and all three are chained up by that big heavy 1/4-inch anchor chain / tow chain. Glad van's finally running and all. And it's sort of blowing sideways, as you can see, sort of by the palm tree. Hold on, let me try recentering the video. Yeah, that's a little better. Yeah, you can kind of see it's blowing sideways a little bit, that way, towards the south. Oh yeah, the palm tree's showing up a lot better now. Ooh, I actually got a little wet there. Kinky. Yeah, you can kind of see how it's just sort of pouring in that way. Ooh. Yeah, there's a gust. But in all seriousness, if this is the worst Irma's got, then I'm not scared. It's already back down to a Cat 3, and that means Cat 1 stuff here. So basically a glorified windstorm to everyone the fuck else that hasn't lived in Florida for more than 10 years. This is basically a glorified thunderstorm at this point. That's why you... Fuck. Hold on, I'm heading inside. I don't want to get drenched. One of the reasons why you see all these Hurricane Party memes, because most of the time it's a big joke. It's a dud. At one point, this storm was a 185 mile an hour storm, and that hasn't been seen since probably Donna back in '60-ish. The big concern here is still storm surge, but thankfully I'm not in Florida Bay. But yeah, it's actually not all that bad out. And Walmart got so scared here in town that they ended up putting giant stacks of crushed cardboard in front of their sliding doors. Like that's gonna stop anything. Oh, it's back.
What do we say?
But yeah, being dead serious, this, insert the meme, is mediocre. So we just had brownout number 2 and brownout number 3 happen in very quick succession, not long enough to do anything. That was number 4. There's probably a branch touching a wire somewhere. Winds have really started to pick up now. Gonna have to put my jacket on for this. Uh-oh. Okay, we still got power. That's my big concern right now, is losing power. I just heard something fry. Wind's really picked up now. Yeah, we got power. You guys? You lost it? We're losing, we're getting brownouts every now and then. There it goes again. We just got another brownout. There's got to be a branch touching a wire somewhere. Call Duke Energy, let them know. How long did you say you guys were without? 2 hours? Damn! This is probably about the worst we're gonna see, too. After this, I think the storm's gonna lose all energy. Damn, it is really coming in sideways. Fuck, I gotta close this. Whoa! So here's where we stand at where I'm at. That guy told me that he's been without power since noon, which means this entire side of the street's without power. Now you can see in the distance back there, I'm going to try and zoom in. Shit, coming in sideways. Fuck. right there, that dark line, that's a power pole. That's the one closest to us, but that's the one that feeds that side of the street. That one leaches off the one in my backyard that connects in with this rig right there. Now, this has always been the case here with this street. Well, that's never good. Is that if that side loses power, this side is fine. But if this side loses power, that side's fine. It's like we're on two different grids and it makes no fucking sense or rhyme or reason. Morty, we gotta get through this hurricane, Morty. But as we speak right now, Irma's down to a Cat 2, which is basically this, a glorified rainstorm. Which, hashtag, called it! Because let's be honest for a moment. Ooh, winds are clocking. There's that west wind. It might have been a Cat 5 out in the Atlantic, but that don't mean shit all when it comes to actual making landfall here stateside. I feel sorry for the Lesser Antilles because they got annually raped, because that was a 185-mile-an-hour storm, creeping along at like 16, but now it's moving at, at like 8 something, at 130 something millibar, with only 110-mile-an-hour winds. And if this is the worst that Irma's got right here, then I'm not really all that worried about it. So, it's the morning after, it's day after. It is 12:31 p.m. Last night was hell. Everything's still here. Or is it? All gone. That entire section of fence is fucking gone. From literally there, corner of the house, and gone. And this section, for some odd reason. But that's not the most devastating thing. Nor is the fact that the gate's gone. If that's the worst tree damage, you're thinking, well, I made it out alright. Well, not quite. My beloved crane tree, my beloved shade tree mechanic tree, came down. And I kid you not when I say, that is all that's holding up what could be 4 tons of solid live oak. That's keeping this massive motherfucker from crushing my precious V6 and AX15. The transmission I can grab by myself. Cast iron engine block on the other hand, not so much. That's going to require brute force. Maybe a quad bike. Or just a couple of drunk rednecks. I know a few of those around here. But yeah, you've seen videos of it before, but goddamn. I'm just lucky my car made it out alive. The tree got pretty beat up. Surprisingly, all this shit, this garbage, survived. This little fucker survived. He survived. But my gate didn't. Why? I wonder why, Charlie. No concrete. No concrete. Screwed into the house. I wonder why. The gate itself is fine, but reattaching the motherfucker would be more of a pain in the ass than just building a new one. But around the neighborhood, things got pretty sketchy. So, here's the story so far. Has it happened from 10 a.m. forward? Storm starts rolling in, and it's spitting again. Great. Will this one stick around? Hard to tell. I talked to them about 2 or 3-ish. No, it was closer to 5. They said that they lost power around noon. Ray, your little tent thing came up, and your chimney's just a teeny bit shut. They lost the carport hatch thingamajigger, which is now in pieces behind their house. It's still spitting rain because, thanks Irma, hurricane farts. You gotta love them. But some of the worst damage is further down the road. It might have been cleared by now. I'm walking around barefoot because after running in those shoes for a while there, it started feeling a little nicer to walk barefoot. I'm just gonna vlog the whole thing from here on out, kind of semi-live stream, semi-not live. Like, what's the word? I'm going to not live stream it. Not a live stream, whatever the fuck it is. It's just going to be a long video is all. But yeah, Mike lost his tree, which apparently he's not too upset about because him and his neighbor here have been wanting to get rid of it for a while now. A whole bunch of down trees over here. I still can't believe that one little stig is holding up that entire fucking oak. That is all that's saving my engine from being crushed. That is unreal. God, look at them. They got look at that big motherfucker right there. You can kind of see it going up. That big dirt ball, that's its root ball. It got wet enough, I guess, to saturate the ground. Ooh, whoa, slime. To saturate the dirt enough to soften it up, that with the sustained 80-mile-an-hour gusts, and it was blowing pretty hard last night, that tore a bunch of shit down. I mean, look over there, man. Talking to these guys, they've been running a generator most of the morning. I had to run my mom into the hospital around 6 this morning because we were out of O2 tanks. They said they lost, this side here, lost power at about 20 to 1, 20 till 1. And then we lost on our side around 6 or 7 late last night. And she was sucking off of bottles the entire night because we lost power. But to my dismay, I discovered a horrifying series of events that apparently 2 of the bottles had not been filled properly. So here's the way it works. She has a hospice company that she's with. That company outsources their medical supplies to another company. Good Shepherd, or Chapters, outsources to for in-home medical supplies, stuff like commodes, hospital beds, stuff like that, and O2 bottles to All Care, which is the company name. They in turn have outsourced some of their stuff to a company that does the O2 bottle filling. God, look at this. Tore right to fuck up. Yeah, they were buying all cut scraps. God, people were terrified, weren't they? Hey, just look at these poor bastards, man. Ooh, coconuts, right. I might just have to relieve this property here of some coconuts. God damn it. Cleaned it up a little bit, but fuck me. See, another generator. This side's still dark. And around 9-ish last night, this street, or at least this side of it, from what I could see, lost power, because they went dark not long after us. Which, you know, that sucks. I wonder if Dwayne's home or if he took off. Hope he's home, because I'm going to need to borrow his engine hoist. Hopefully it's got a crane arm on it. If not, I'm going to have to improvise some serious bullshittery. I mean, there's entire sections of roads that are blocked off because of downed trees. I was on my way back. Mom's still in the hospital because she needs continuous O2. And on my way back, I came across a downed tree that someone had, probably emergency crews, had cut through just to make a path to clear the road somewhat. It's probably cleared completely by now, but I gotta wait around the house until All Care sends in another set of bottles, because otherwise I can't pick her up, because we still don't have power. It is sometime after 12:30, and yeah, that happens. My God, these people are freaking out. There's only a cat, 2 people. Still, a lot of down. Do they really have to cut that palm up? I mean, it's a palm tree. They're used to high winds. They're bred for high winds. You bend it over, it grows back straight. I've seen hundreds of palms do that. That's weak. That is some weak sauce right there. God damn, look at all these branches. There's a V8. Let's see, is it a Ford? Or is it a Dodge? Yeah, look at this place. Beat all to fuck. I'm gonna walk down this way a bit, just so that you guys can see what's going on. I mean, fuck, man. Irma did more of a number than I thought. Wow, look at that. Not sure how well you can see it. Yeah, that's blurry as fuck. But the guys over there had a couple of downed trees that they've started cutting up. It better not start raining right now. I'm gonna be really pissed if it does. I'm gonna try and get some footage of what chaos on Lakeview looks like, because there are a couple of spots where it was real bad. And I mean real bad. Good God, look at that. These poor bastards lost a tree. Well, technically 3 trees, but same plant. Wind's still blowing hard. Really kind of funny when you think about it. I'm not sure how close I need to speak to this damn thing just so that you guys can see it. But yeah, look at it all. Lots of tree down. Hell, there was a tree that I'm not sure if the fire crews came through and fixed. Oh, you poor miserable bastard. But there was a tree blocking the south end of my street. Hello, Toyota. Hey, look at it all. I went past the Lions Club, and their roof is torn all to fuck off. Hell, there's small lakes and low-lying areas down by that same spot. I mean, streets are almost impassable in spots. Really is something else. See all these people raking it up because, hey look, that's a driveway that he's raking. These guys lost trees. They're losing trees, or have lost trees. I mean, fuck, right? Gotta love the ever-living song of the chainsaw. Ang, 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 ang. God, look at that. Those fuckers are bent right the fuck over. Did they fix it? Gotta find out. Now I'm curious. God, look at that. Torn right off. Like a fucking twig. There's rain rolling in right across the lake. I can see it from here. You guys might not be able to see it, but I'm gonna try and zoom in. Yeah, there's a wall of water quickly approaching this way, and I'm gonna pray that at the very least I can find shelter before then. Now they still haven't gotten it completely cleared away. There's this big old massive tree right up there. We're gonna go check that out. Oh God, my knees, my ankles, my feet, my legs from like just below my knees down are killing me. Guess that's what happens when you're a 275-pound gorilla. And look at them all, down everywhere. Hell, there were a couple of spots on the west side of Lakeview, on the west side of Lake Jackson, that I saw where power lines were literally, I could touch them from where I'm standing now, because a pole had bent over or given slack or something like that. Huh, 6-bolt rig lugs. Wonder if that's the four-wheel drive model. Mustang! Gross ass Mustang! Is that a race cat boat? That might be a race cat boat. Yeah, there's a big old monster motherfucker right there. God, look at that. That was covering the entire goddamn road. And I mean it. And it just snapped it. I got a pretty heavy duty generator. I can hear it whizzing by. I mean, here, let's get a better look at this thing. Wow, it was all rotted inside. Look at that termite colony. No wonder. Even still though. Fucking damn. That's some salt. Is that balsa? This might be balsa wood. Would explain a lot. Even still though, fucking Christ. I mean, look at that. Chainsaw mark right there. Whole thing covered the entire fucking street. There's the other half. Whole big pile everywhere. I better start picking up the pace, because otherwise that wall of rain is going to hit me hard. God, look at it all. And I haven't even shown you the crazy stuff yet. Fucking Christ. How you doing? Kind of blown away by how much that's got blown away. But it's...
Well, it cleans up the city once in a while.
Yeah, true. Now I wish we hadn't lost power, because I got an elderly mother that needs O2 constantly, and she's sitting at the hospital right now because we don't have juice.
They don't say when they're getting it back?
Your guess is as good as mine, Papi.
They don't guess me. There's 1 on the pole and 5 on the bottom, on the ground there when they're doing the electrical.
Yeah, well, I was up by Walmart. There's at least 3 or 4 poles that are doing one of those.
Really?
Yeah, big tall ones, the really big ones.
I guess the trees help this one still. Ours is still standing.
Yeah, I lost one of mine in my backyard, a big old mother, just like that one there. It's going doing one of those, and the only thing that's holding it up is a stake about yay tall that's about yay thick around. 4 tons worth of live oak held up by a little peg of wood.
Cut it up, take it up north and sell it.
I'm probably going to use it to make a shack. Because might as well, that tree's done me good all these years, might as well give it another life as building. Take care, puppy. These bastards didn't do all that bad out here. Except for them, they got roasted. I mean, god damn. The siren sound of the generator. You hear it all over the place. And I'm still waiting for a call back from Good Shepherd to hear if All Care is going to deliver. Wow, even these little baby dudes got ripped up. Look at that. I mean, goddamn. And I haven't even really assessed the entirety of the damage. Hold on. So we're on my way back to picking up my mom now. And I just wanted to give you a perspective. That was an overhang that went to there. I'm not sure how well you can see it up there. You're way above my head. But you could also see lots of flooding. So bad so that there's a road right over there somewhere that's underneath water that's literally a fucking lake, and there's a couple of houses that are just swamped. Yeah, you can really see it. Just got slapped back on itself. Nasty. That was the bowling alley. I mean, good fucking God, it did burn down. It's still smoldering. I could see smoke still coming off of the building. They still haven't covered it all. Holy fuck. I had heard that this thing had caught fire, but goddamn. I mean, goddamn. Oh, that's where kart racing is. Alright, cool. But fuckity. End of day. So, end of day 2 of the aftermath. Went to get gas. Love Bugs was out. Everywhere is out. Love Bugs gets a shipment in.
How's it going?
Could be better. Cash only, right?
We're actually closed. We're closed. Can't let anyone else in. Sorry. Yes, sir, we're closed.
But you still got people showing up. How can
that's my job. Yeah, I'm here to tell everyone. I'm sorry. 8 a.m. in the morning. 8 to 6. We have to let, because we have a line of about 50 people, so we have to let them in, and then we can't let anyone else in. Due to curfew, we have to get out here and have our system safe. We're closed.
They're closed.
They did?
They just closed because they wanted to make sure that everyone gets home before the curfew.
Curfew's at 8. For Highlands County, it's 8 o'clock. Okay, I thought it was
We have a dick meat of a sheriff. And yet, chalk up one more reason why I hate living in this county. Stupid fucking dick meat sheriff. Thinks it's a fucking category 5 or some shit. God, those rooms are hideous. Hideously dark.
Bottom.
Look at that. Like it got charcoalified and just split the fucker right in half and landed right on the thin side. That's unreal. Maybe? No, it don't look like it either. God, that is unreal. Just broken in 2. Holy shit. Looks like this light's down, but the one after's back. Doesn't surprise me.
We need a light to get down here. Well, I don't want to go in there. I don't see any reason.
Alright. That's unreal.
But then again, I don't want to get caught in the flood on Lakeview, so...
Yeah.
Guess I better go back up and take the main road, huh?
Well, that flood's probably gone by now.
Well, why are they stopping?
Don't ask me.
Got me. I don't know why they're stopping.
That one isn't. He was
Yeah,
flying
really.
Through. Yeah.
They seem to have survived all right. Yeah, this is where the worst of the damage was right up here. It was real bad yesterday when I came rolling by. Still kind of is. There's still damage done. You can see it all over the place. Windows boarded up. There are entire sections of roofs just ripped off of these buildings.
I believe that place over there on the Parkway, that used to be a senior place. I don't know what the hell it is now.
Yeah.
It says it's going to, well, there's some fence down over here too.
Yeah, lots of down fence, lots of broken tree. Just unreal how much is damaged.
And this is right where the water was over to.
No, it's farther up. It should be gone. Wow, that tree is going to come down any time now. I felt that bump, the one that we just went past. It's leaning bad. Look at all the docks that are gone.
Yeah, Mike said there weren't any docks.
A bunch of the boards are gone. Lake's overflowing. Any of the boards that are left are underwater right now. Lots of docks are ripped up.
Wow, look at all this. And then people that left their damn lawn chairs out there. Oh, look over here. Look over here.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Oh, look.
Damn. Holy fuck. That place is gone. That boat's history.
What that is sitting there, but...
What's part of a dock?
All this, yeah.
Lots of damage. Docks are just...
Look here. They ripped the siding off of that house, too.
The tree came down there. Bunch of places just mangled. Absolute ripped apart.
Yep. Mike said the gazebo was off the thing, but that must not have been the one he was talking about.
There's that boat I was talking about. Flipped over on end.
Yep.
That must have been one fucking hell of a gust to send that thing toppling on its head.
We had a hell of a storm. I mean, that's the whole truth of it. We had a hell of a storm.
We had gusts up to 114, so that's almost Cat 3 right there. Yeah, this is where that flood was. It was right up here.
Yeah.
It's all across the road. You would not believe. There's more dock turned up on its head. There's still swamp out here.
Still water all over these people's yards.
There's that one McMansion right there. Boarded all up. I guess these people weren't so crazy after all.
Boy, look at there. That big limb went right down in front of their door.
Right?
Holy, holy, holy.
Power pole going down there. Lots of chopped wood everywhere. Hey, look at all. I'm just impressed by how many docks are still, how much of a dock is left. I mean, some of these places are just, they're gone. Ain't no saving that place especially. You could probably save that one. Gotta love flood insurance. Just gotta love it.
Thank God I don't...
God, that tree's exploded too. Lots of exploded trees.
They told me I didn't have to have flood insurance where I am.
No, you don't, because you're up on a hill.
Yeah, they first said I did, and then they sent me another letter and said, no, you don't.
Right?
So I said, okay, fine. If I don't, I don't, and that's good news. If I do, well...
I cleaned up a lot of the crap that was on the road from yesterday.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, people been out here cleaning up. You can tell that it's all piled up by the side of the road.
That telephone pole's going away.
Oh, yeah.
That tree's being held up by that telephone pole wire. Good God. Good God, y'all.
Look at that.
God, destroyed. I'm surprised how much grove is left.
Well, they're shorter. They're not, you know.
Yeah, they're not. Well, those were the short ones to begin with. They did all right because, of course, they did.
Of course.
These guys, look at all that pile of wood. That was an entire tree or two right there.
Had to be, yeah.
Hey, look at this. Wow, look at that.
This is at Alan J's place.
Wow, look at that. That came right up out of the ground.
Yeah, God, look at
All the crap that came down. Wow, there's tiles missing off of the new place. Wow. Must have been some serious wind to pick those up.
There was some serious wind. I mean, it was a hurricane.
No
And
joke.
It's has done some damage. If we made the news on Fox, it
Yeah.
was bad.
Yeah. Even still. I mean, stop and think about that. 114 is only 6 miles an hour short of a Cat 3. This thing was a very strong cat. God damn. Very strong cat, too, when it hit us. Exploded tree again. Lots of exploded. Wow, Emmett's dock is history. Not Emmett's. No, I like that dock. That was a fun dock. Well, it might still be there. It's still there. It's just underwater. God damn. Cups are gone. They're history. Wow, look at that. All that. Wow. Just exploded.
Yeah.
I was going up the other road. Stenawahi, I think. Or not.
Yeah.
No, not Stenawahi. Hoyati. Next one up.
Hiawatha?
Or
Yeah.
whatever it is.
Yeah, Hiawatha. No, this is Hataki. This is where we live.
Yeah.
Hiawatha's the one back behind Stenawahi.
Yeah.
One of my phones had a chance to charge now that we've been out in it for a while
Yeah,
and running it.
and there was an entire tree that had just been stripped bare on one side. Damage is worse over here than I thought. Not the lychee tree. Lychee tree seems to be fine. Good. But just lots of exploded. Lots and lots and lots of exploded.
Yeah, Michael was saying that Dylan's house, the roof is fried.
Oh yeah. There's lots of...
But it was fried to start with because he went up there and patched some of it.
Yeah. Lots of damage done to that.
Company at Wanda's.
Yeah. So it's like Monday, day 9 after losing power, and we've been bumming a line, if you can see it, from them guys who are currently running the generator. We might lose that today though, depending on how things go. Still waiting on fucking Duke Energy 9 days later to fucking pick up their shit. These piles of branches still here. Not a single fucking instance of a claw truck coming by. But Ash Plum's been by trimming the lines in people's backyards, which, as a side note, why the fuck are the poles in the backyard? Like, real talk for a moment. Wouldn't it make more sense to have them out on the street where the trucks could easily get to them and not have to make it look like they're B&E in someone's backyard just to fucking trim the lines? Fail. Fail. Anyways, our roof kind of got fucked up. I'll show you pictures of that a little later on. I'm heading down this way to show you what was the big problem. So we're now on neighbor Ricky's property. No, I shit you not. This corner lot. House is diagonal to the rest of us. He owns 3 lots worth of land here apparently. There, here, that direct corner and the one I'm walking on right now is all his, up to this hillside. Look at this big monster that came down in the hurricane. My backyard is doing the same fucking thing. You can see right where the root ball is coming up through the dirt. Probably a big ass cavity right under there. Dodge. I mean, this thing's got to be, well, I just look at it, it's sinking into the dirt right there. A little bit of spit. This thing's got to be at least 70 years old. At least that tall in foot. It's got to be a 70, 80 foot tree, I figure. And it's leaning right over someone's power line. Thankfully not the one that the crews were too terribly worried about. Them lines up there, which you can't really see. It's also Oh shit, that one's coming up too. Leaning up against this tree way the fuck up there. Here, let me see if I can zoom in. Right up there. It's leaning up against this motherfucker here, and I'm just now noticing this thing's sinking into the ground. This thing could go at any point. And the worst part is, if it goes that way, it might still knock those lines out. Now, ash plum, plud, however the fuck you say it, guys in the big orange trucks that are usually subcontracted out, that have the GMC C6500 series trucks, basically Kodiaks, are out here yesterday. And this tree here was leaning up against a pole, which was no good, and holding down them wires. But even more disconcerting, you can see the remnants of what was a palm tree. Said palm tree snapped right in fucking two. Well, sort of. About where that knot in that branch is. And the whole weight of the palm tree was being supported past that break on them lines up there. Kind of scary if you ask me. Now, it's Monday, whenever the fuck it is, after the second Monday after the storm. 9 days later, we're still waiting on Duke to turn the juice back on. Now with something like this is sort of understandable, but it's still amazing just how much damage was done. I'll fucking take video of my backyard in a sec and show you the damage where my roof got tore up a little bit, and what happened to my tree, my prized tree. So I know I've already made mention of this probably in the start of the video, but day 9, the backyard, that section on the ground used to be right there next to the house, and that's what's left of the gate hanging up against the rest of the fence. All this moss-ridden, dry-rotted, crusty-ass ancient fence, perfectly fucking okay. And then my behemoth came down. My crane tree, my shade tree, my mechanic's shade tree, my shade tree mechanic's tree came up by the root ball. And I'm not sure how well you're going to be able to see, but right about here, you can see where it's coming up. Coming up all around here. Not sure how well it's going to show up, but you can kind of sort of see it. When them boys came through, they did a little bit of access making, I guess you could say. But yeah, just look how much lower that shit is. I can't even get under there. I think what I'm going to try and do is some serious branch editing and pray that this thing stays put. What I'm thinking is that I dump this branch, I dump this branch, and if I don't dump this branch, I dump that branch and some of those. Because that would be a hell of a lot easier. Because I could probably use that one going across right there. No problem. Just reorient myself a bit. But if I have to get rid of both of them two branches and get rid of most of this mess, then I'm going to hope there's enough tree left that I can still work on the car. But that means I have to reorient the car, yada yada yada. Long story short, that's going to be a big pain in the ass. We already know that. I'm still blown away that this section of fence came down for no apparent reason when it's clearly the newest section of fence, besides the gate up there, that came down. Makes absolutely fuck all sense to me. Really does. And it was screwed in too. Gonna have to fucking fix that. Surprisingly, the posts on this raggedy ass piece of junk held up reasonably well, all things said. I mean, most of them are still here. It's just the stuff that was stuck to them that was crap. Them bastards, not sure if you can see it. That little speck that I'm trying to focus on dead center is a fucking light. That's right, them assholes with the tore ass up roof have power while 90% of the street doesn't. You're probably wondering why this is written on here. Well, here. This is why. Now, this is nothing new. This has been torn up for a while now. Well, I shouldn't say that. It had a nasty habit of popping up in storms. Big, heavy ones. But this is actually the first time I've really taken a close look at it, and I realize I'm not going to be able to save this. I'm literally going to have to tear 2 sheets out. And I got some rusty ass shit down there in the alleyway, but I don't think that's going to help me too much. So, to which I say, thanks, Irma. Really needed to fix my goddamn tin roof, cunt. God, you could see Dot's messed up backyard from here. He lost his whole fucking shit shack. Ladders all over the place. Do I hear a diesel? I swear I hear a diesel. Well, it doesn't matter. Yeah, apparently at one point, the wind was blowing so hard down onto the roof that it was popping, it's creating a vacuum through that tube, which is the vent tube for the kitchen, because I could hear the flap going top, 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 every now and then during the storm. All things said though, let me zoom back out. All things said though, didn't fare too badly. Did not fare too badly. You know, I'm just realizing how fucking tall that tree is, even now that it's bent over farther than it should be. And that's got to be at least a 50-foot tree going straight up right now. This tree could have been a big fucking monster a long time ago, for all I know. But, anyways. That piece of shit needs an oil change because it won't run. So that's where I stand with that. And hopefully that fixes the problem. But all things said, if we could get power back, that'd be great. Insert meme here. Until next time, see you then, folks.